Welcome to EpiJournal, a collection of notes and insights into the field of epidemiology. Part 2b, Measures of Effect, Exposure. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Now then, you should be able to see that we've got a lot to cover, with each of the little bubbles representing a different measure of effect. Within each of these bubbles, I'll go over a separate video for each of these for your ease of navigation. However, in this one, the index, I'm going to go over pointers that are going to be fundamental to understanding the rest, so please do not skip this video. Now then, the housekeeping. R is risk or rate in population. R1, risk or rate in the exposed. R0, risk or rate in the unexposed or non-exposed. P is prevalence. Pretty simple. I'd like you to go and take special note of the R1 and R0. Now, R1 and R0 does not indicate any increase or decrease risk or rate to the outcome. Now, I'll give you an example of this. Let's say we are talking about exposure to a bad drinking source. That will go and give you cholera for an example. Now, this R1, the risk or rate in the exposed to the bad drinking water, whereas the R0 will be the good drinking water, the R1 will have an increased risk to the outcome, which is illness, i.e. having cholera. Conversely, however, if we're talking about a vaccination study, the R1 is the risk or rate in the exposed group, which is the vaccinated group. And the vaccinated group, compared with the non-vaccinated group, the vaccinated group, the R1, should have a reduced risk or rate to the outcome, i.e. illness. Let's say this is measles symptoms in this child, in this case. So please note that R1 and R0 does not indicate increase or decrease risk or rate. It just depends what your exposure is. So now that's clear. A reminder of the previous session. If you note this down, this will be good for a summary for you. And you will also notice that there are multiple names: risk, attack rate, rate odds, rate ratio, risk ratio, or relative risk, and odds ratio. Really annoying because names are used interchangeably. And I have tried to go and help you a little bit with this. This is what we're going to be going over today. With the names in one, this is what I've called them, up to secondary attack rate. There are multiple names. Let's say risk or rate difference in percent has 4 different names that you can go and pick from in the literature. It's really, really annoying. If you note this down, this is not fully comprehensive by no means. However, it is a start. So if you note this down, then well, you'll have something to go from. And if you find anything else that you're unsure of in the literature, then you can keep adding it in. Okay? Right then. My order for each measure of effect. So for each of the bubbles, the order it's going to go is I'm going to start off with the other names it is associated with. So just to go and get you clear on that. Then I will discuss what it is with a description. Then I will talk about the calculation. I'll talk about it in the R1 and R0 version and in exactly what it is in a paragraph, let's say. Then I'll go and give you an example of the calculation in effect. I'll come out with a number at the end of it, and then I will interpret what that number means. Right then, let's get to it.